Hi everybody, welcome back to those who've been hanging with me some time, and welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. I'm Adele Levine, intuitive and medium. All right, hold on. This day, this week. You guys with me? So those of you who are in the United States and those of you who aren't, I'm sure you get my drift. This has been interesting times, and I have been saying this for some time that we are going to go through quite a time during the fall and winter. So buckle up. Put on your big boy and big girl pants and panties, whichever order you'd like, and get ready, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to do a video that is going to be off of that and maybe a little bit helpful. I wanted to take the time to thank all of those who pre-ordered on my spiritual protection and lift kit. They have been shipping out. You can still pre-order to the 11/14 date with the code Adela if you like to get $5 off. And I'm sure it will be posted somewhere here. Real quick, also want to let you know that I'm doing the class this weekend on Saturday on how to trust your intuition. Maybe this is also good timing, because when fear and we get like completely filled with all this fear and maybe anxiety and all these kinds of things that come up in us, our intuition is really hard to trust. Our mind goes a little crazy and our emotions go crazy, but intuition is hard to trust. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that class. And of course, I'm offering 50% off of all my readings during this time and year we've been going through with the code PEACE. All right, let's get to the video at hand. What is your higher self? Pretty simple title, pretty simple question. And somebody suggested this to me, and I thought, man, this is like an awesome idea for a video. And it is one of those types of things that I think I've mentioned here and there, but have said in like my Instagram posts and other things, but really doing a video on it, I think would be awesome. So that term is thrown around a lot, like, you know, your highest good, and what I need to do is to follow my higher self and do what is my highest good. And I want to explain all that. So first of all, your higher self to me, and again, this is what I've learned thus far. This is what I've learned to come, reverse that. This is what I've come to learn thus far, that our higher self is really a part of us. It's a part of who we are. It's definitely in us, and it is connected to us, but it's almost like not your human side. So your human side is the side of you that's like, I want to run out of the house screaming and pulling my hair and putting my fists into the sky, or I really kind of want to go off on this person who like cut me off. Although, you know, it's okay if you do that. But, you know, the human side comes into the emotional and even logical part of you that is feeling things and thinking things and going through things. And it's really real, and it's a part of this world, this mundane world. And your higher self is kind of the piece of you that exists in the other realm, in the place we're all from and where we return, which is home. It is the part of you that we're trying to raise our vibrations and trying to raise our energy to become. It isn't the better part. It isn't the part of you that is almost kind of like, oh, I have to achieve it, literally a higher place, that I'm somewhere kind of lowly here and I have to rise up to this better, more, you know, evolved, you know, person. It's not that we aren't growing towards that, but I think it's always kind of shown almost like, you know, this part of me kind of will do things better, will know things better, and will rise above all of those psychological and emotional parts of me. I don't see it that way. I see it as almost like an energy that is attached to us, meaning because it's us, it's our energy inside of us that is existing in another plane. Yes, because some people describe it as this, but it's not literal. So your higher self is the part of you that kind of rises above this mundane world. What I mean by rise above, meaning have a consciousness that is beyond this place. So a higher conscious that is beyond this place, meaning, so let's say you are in a situation where you're hurt or you're angry or you're upset. And instead of going into the human side of you that wants to go into that raw, kind of almost organic, animalistic side, which is completely fine and healthy for you, by the way, because that's your human side. There's this other consciousness that says, what if I step outside of this human dimension, the earthly realm, and I look at it from a different perspective and I see it in from a different way. So it takes a lot of effort to connect to that higher self. It's your intuition. It's the part of you that's trying to surpass like a, I want to say knee-jerk reaction is there. And, just reacts. It's the part of you that kind of goes, okay, I see what's going on. I know what's going on. And it's really hard because I have a lot of emotions about this right now, but I'm going to take a time to step back or step aside and really look at this from a more broad view and a more evolved view. Now that's one aspect of the higher self. When you're referring to yourself, when you're kind of looking at yourself and going, hey, I want to tap into that. When people say my highest good, I'm not a real big fan of this term because, again, I think it kind of implies like some kind of, I don't know, some kind of like weird, like my highest good and I'm going to do what's my highest good. It's almost like not being a part of everyone else. It's like separating yourself from the human experience and separating yourself from your human side and kind of almost acting like it's better than. And I have issues with anything that's better than, coming from the place of better than, because the higher self is very much about humble and humility. So when people say things for my highest good, I understand what people are trying to say, but I kind of look at it more like, are you living your life? Are you doing something that is going to, have you living in your true self, in your true skin? That's what I see as highest good. Am I doing something that's truly me? Am I living in my true self, or am I following the expectations of what people think I should be doing, or what people tell me I should be doing, or what looks good to do? I feel if you look at it more like my highest good isn't really, you can use that term, but you're really trying to say, am I doing things that are going to evolve me? Am I doing things that I am doing the work to grow and evolve? I feel like a lot of times when people say, what is my highest good? They're kind of like, okay, so I'm going through this stuff at work and I'm going through things in life. And how do I just kind of skip all that and do what's my highest good? Like, what's waiting for me? What gift is out there for me that's going to make me better? That's going to make me, succeed, and what's going to be the best thing I'm supposed to do? It's almost like the answer's supposed to be handed and people go, oh, this is for my highest good and that's why I'm doing it. And you got to be careful because people can kind of trick you into doing all kinds of things and advising you in some kind of spiritual way and saying, you need to do this, that's for your highest good. You need to do that, that's for your highest good. It really should match you. So if there's things that you listen to and there are things that you're attracted to and the things you want to do, things you want to get in your life, if this is truly who you are and this is in your own skin, then that is truly being your highest good. If someone tells you to do yoga and you're like a runner, you're someone who gets energy and steam out from running, and someone says that's not your highest good, yoga is your highest good. No, if you're like, I really don't like yoga, it's not something that really makes me feel relaxed and kind of get my energy out and clear my mind and make my body and my spirit feel lifted, then yoga is not for you. that's not for your highest good. If it's something you're saying, but when I run, I feel that way, do that. And that is why you follow your true self and you listen to your own inner voice. And that's why I have problems with these terms, is because they kind of get used as saying, well, your higher self is telling you to do that, or this is for your highest good. And it makes you stop tuning into your own self. Now, lastly, what happens a lot when it comes to the higher self, if you're a sensitive person, a compassionate person with any type of empathy, I don't mean an empath, because I've already described what I believe an empath truly is, and I have a video on that if you need a reminder. I'm talking about if you're someone who has feelings and you feel for people. Sometimes people are a little bit more over the top, where they kind of take people's problems on, and they shouldn't be taking people's problems on, but they do. And let's say you meet someone and you really love this person. This person is a great friend, or it's a relationship, or a family member, or anything. And they are going through all kinds of things in life, and you're looking at them and you're seeing their higher self, meaning you're seeing the person you feel they can become. You're seeing the person you're like, wow, you know, if they just stop doing all these things self-destructive, whether it's like addiction, or maybe they're even, you know, self-abusive or harming others in, you know, emotionally, not being kind and things like this. And you're like, well, I can see past all that, because I can see they're really this amazing person. What you're seeing is their higher self. What you're seeing is the person you see they can become, but you gotta look here on earth. Who are they being in this moment in time? Who are they being right now? You have to see their human side. Yes, maybe this is someone that you're looking at is like, oh my gosh, you know, they can be like this, and I can see that. And when you're someone who's sensitive and see those things in people, of course, yes, but that's not who they're being now. So it's kind of like the old adage, you know, look at someone's actions. That's kind of true. How are they actually being? It is not your job to kind of decide, well, I'm going to just see past all these flags and just see who they can become, and I'm just going to go with that. And I'm just going to push and push and push for that. You have to accept who they are in this present moment. Okay, hold on. Lastly, when you do that, when you see that person and you recognize who they are being in that moment, you have to come to an acceptance. Because if you're coming from a place that I see their higher self and I see who they can become, be in their true skin, if they truly evolve and they truly grow and it's up for me to do it, it's not your job. No one asked you to do that. And you have to lay down your ego, and you have to even lay down your need to do that. People have to do the work themselves. So I hope this made sense. Please share in the comments. Have you had this experience? Have you known someone like this that you kept doing this? Have you even been told to use the idea of your higher self, or you need to do this for your higher good, and kind of found yourself involved in a program or being involved in a group that you realize, okay, they're just kind of using that to manipulate and tell me I need to conform, and maybe they're gaining something of it. Share your comments below and stories and things. I believe that when we share these things with each other, people learn, they read it. Even if they don't comment, they can feel like they're not alone. Thank you guys so much. Stay patient, hold strong. Go to my Instagram. I post a lot on there if you're interested, Adele Levine. And follow yourself, follow no one, listen to that inner voice, and I'll see you soon.